Hi everybody! So tonight we are going to make walnut crusted pork chops. I use a really thin pork chop for this because I put it in the oven only for about 10 minutes or so. It's really good. It's a good alternative to breadcrumbs. So what I have is some, like I said, very thin cut pork chops. We have some ranch dressing and I have some crushed walnuts. I had put these in my Ninja. They're just regular walnuts and I crushed them up, and that's what we're going to use instead of breadcrumbs. And then I also, in my cast of characters, have some garlic powder, some pepper, and of course some salt. So what we're going to do is we're going to season our pork chops first, and then I'm going to put some ranch dressing on them and then dredge them into the walnuts. So we're going to do both sides. So I'm just going to sprinkle some salt on here. Want to make sure that you season your meats. So I like to season beforehand rather than after. And some fresh cracked black pepper. Now I have let these pork chops sit out for about 20 minutes just to take some of the chill off. If you watch any of the Food Network things, they tell you not to cook stuff straight from the fridge. So now we have a little bit of garlic powder going on. So just sprinkling however much you want. Now you can use whatever seasonings you want to do. I keep these pretty basic because the ranch dressing gives them, I feel, enough flavor. So just a little salt, pepper, and garlic. You can put some onion powder on them. Maybe do some cayenne if you like things a little spicy. And got those flipped over. Let me just wash my hands. Don't mind the dog barking in the background. That's just Jack. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. We're going to sprinkle some salt on here. And I'm going to go with some more cracked black pepper. And then some more garlic powder. Maybe if it wants to come out. All right. Okay, so there we have our seasonings. So now what we're going to do, now I just put a little bit of ranch in the bowl. I can always put more in it. I can't, take it away. I don't like to waste food, so that's why we did that. I also have my handy little brush, just makes it a little bit easier. Now, one of the things we're only coating one side of the pork. And the reason I do that is because it gets a little soggy if I do it on the bottom. I could do it on a rack, but I don't know, this works out just fine. So just gonna give it a nice little coating of the ranch. Now I've also done this with mustard. What else did I do it with? I think some Italian dressing, like a creamy Italian, but we really like the ranch the best. So now you're going to just lay it in your crumbs and give it a little pat so that all of your walnuts adhere. And then you pick it up and you put it on your baking sheet. Oh, oven's ready to go. That is lined with parchment paper. I love parchment paper. I used to always use foil, but now I realize that using this, nothing sticks to it. It's great. So we're just going to use that. The other thing that you can use if you don't have walnuts, I've also made it with almonds. Anything that's on sale, any kind of nuts that's on sale, I buy those. And you just crush them up in your food processor, or if you have a little Ninja, you can do that. Be careful though, because you don't want to make it into butter. So you just want to pulse it until it's the size that you want. And you're going to have some big pieces. I pulled out some. There's a couple of larger size pieces, but I don't find that that's a bad thing. Okay, so then we're just going to lay that there. All right, so we're just going to do the rest of these, and I have more of the walnuts behind me, and again the ranch dressing. So I'll show you when we're done. We have all of our pork chops are on our parchment paper and our baking sheet, and now we're just going to put them in the oven. We have that going at 425, and we are just going to cook these for about 10 minutes. Does not take very long because they are so thin, and you don't want to overcook them. You see those beauties are in there. All right. So now we're going to set our timer for 10 minutes. I'll double check them, and if I have to, then I'll put them in for another minute or two, but 10 minutes usually is pretty good. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so our 10 minutes is up. I'm getting fogged up. Oh, there's the pork chops. So we're just gonna pull those out. And I can tell that they are done because they are white all the way around. Like I said, it doesn't take very long for the pork chops to cook because they're so very thin. If you have a thicker pork chop, of course you want to go for a longer time. Now, it's not going to crisp up as nice as I wish because my broiler is in the bottom of my oven and I don't like to use it. I have dogs. There's dog hair. I'm not doing that. So if you have a broiler, I would put them under broil for about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, just to get a little bit more of a crisp. But they do add a nice texture. The other thing that I have, I didn't show you, these are some green beans that I cooked down in some chicken stock and a little bit of chicken fat that I had saved from a roast chicken that I did. And I just melted the fat in the pan with a little bit of chicken broth, brought that up, and then I put 2 cans of green beans, a little bit of seasoned salt, and black pepper. And those I had actually simmering on the stove for about a half an hour. They're delicious. They're so good. All right, so we're going to get plated up, and then we're going to eat. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so I have my pork chop here and my green beans, so we're going to sit down and get ready to eat. We really hope that you like these videos. Please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up, and also feel free to share with your friends. We so appreciate you watching. We hope you have a groovy day. Thanks.